Hello guys, and welcome back to another tutorial. If you take a closer look at this pocket design, there is no single stitch on the entire pocket itself. Look at it very well. No single stitch, like there's no thread on it at all. So in this video, I'll be taking you through the process of making this pocket design step by step as always. You can see you can do it with this buckle or you can do it without the buckle. This is my pocket reflecting right here. You can put the buckle on it. You can do a plain pocket without the buckle. It's just an embedded pocket without stitch outside at all. It will be like the pocket is it's like together with the fabric itself. You can see what I have. So I'll be taking you guys through the process of doing this step by step. So all you have to do is just to make sure you give this video a thumbs up, and let's get into the tutorial. This is my borders. I already cut out the front panel. You see what I have, and this is the wrong part. You see that? I want you to pay good attention in this video so you're going to understand it very well. And I'll be using an interfacing here. I already cut this interfacing to my size pocket, to the size of my pocket. So the wideness here is 4.5 inches by 6 inches. I'll say that again. 4.5 inches by 6 inches. That is the average measurement for an adult chest pocket size. 4.5 by 6 inches. The maximum you could go in wideness is 5 inches by 6.5 inches. But here we are using 4.5 by 5 inches. Don't forget that. So if I turn this to the front and I open the entire pocket, entire fabric, this is where my pocket is going to be. You see that? Which is the left hand side of my chest. So once you get that, so if I turn this front borders upside down, it's going to fall to the right hand side. See that? So that is where my pocket is going to be. So now to get the measurement of where the pocket is going to be exactly, now from the shoulder, right? From the shoulder for our back panel, we are going to have an extension of 1.5 inches upward. So from that 1.5 inches, I'm going to measure 9.5 inches. And that's where my pocket is going to start from. Do not forget that 9.5 inches, and I'll be leaving 1.5 for the back panel overlap. 9.5 inches, you can see that. So now from the center part of the chest, where that gator starts from, I'll be measuring 1/4 of an inch. That's my lapel between my placket and my pocket. 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to measure that. That's where the pocket is going to start from. So I'm going to mark that side also. You can see, very simple. I hope you're understanding this. If you do not understand, you can just go back and listen again and continue. So once I get the measurement, all I have to do now is just to draw the shape of my pocket on the fabric. Just put the interfacing and simply trace it all around, just like this. I'm just going to mark it, mark all each side, then use my ruler to like connect all the dots together. See what I'm doing? It's easy, just like this. You see that? Just like this. You see that? You see that? So I'm just going to like use my ruler to connect everything together. So once I connect everything together, just connect the line so that you can have the exact shape of your pocket showing clearly on the fabric. You see that? Just like this. So once I do that, the next thing I'm going to do is to transfer all of the angles of the pocket to the front. The reason why we're doing this is because I don't want to draw on the front fabric, like on the front side of the fabric, right? So you just pinpoint those edges, right? And transfer that dot to the front. Just mark that edge just like that. You see what I'm doing? Just like that. Just that tiny one is enough. And here as well, just pinpoint that edge and simply connect. Just mark that side as well. You can see that. All of the edges on the pocket, that's where we have to notch. That's the place that we have to notch. So all I have to do is just to know exactly where the notch is going to end. That's the reason for all of this process, right? I'm using the mechanical pencil, so I can easily increase the pencil length, so the pencil will be sharp. Or you can use anything. You can use a pencil, a normal pencil. It does not matter. Just make sure you transfer the point to the front side. So once I transfer the point to the front side, this is what I'm going to be having. You can see it's showing. You can see all of the points. That's where we're going to stop our notch. You can see that. You see all of the points. You see that? It's as simple as that. So once we get that, before we start notching, I'm just going to cut out some parts in front of the pocket before we add our interfacing. It's not as difficult as you think. Just from here, I'm just going to cut those parts out just like this. You see what I have? So after cutting that, I'm going to add an interfacing, just a plain interfacing. And from that interfacing, I'm going to start making the notch. So from here, I'm just going to cut it all the way to that point that we make. You can see that. Just going to cut it like that. Stop exactly on that notch. See what I did? I'm going to do the same thing here as well. Cut exactly up to that notch. You can see cut up to this notch, cut up to this notch, cut up to this notch. So once we have that, the next thing we're going to do now is take this to the ironing table and simply fold all of the edges. Like we're going to fold all the notch inside, just like this. See what I'm doing here? Fold all of the notch inside and iron it down. So they are going to be in our pocket size, exactly our pocket size. This method I'm showing you guys is the easiest and the most simple method you can follow, and you're going to get it exactly how you want it to be. So we're just going to go ahead and iron this and make sure it gives us that particular shape. Very, very easy. So once I iron this is what I'm going to be having. You can see I already have my pocket, and you can see all the edges are closed up well. You see what I have from the back as well? Simple. You can see here all the edges are closed up very, very well. So now whatsoever I put underneath this is going to reflect entirely in the front. See that? Whatsoever I put underneath will reflect clearly in the front. You can use a white fabric depending on any color of fabric you want. That's what you can work with. So now if I open up what I already ironed down, that is what we're going to be using to stitch it all round to the fabric. It's simple, right? You just have to like hold this, hold this one with the inner fabric and stitch it all around. That is the easiest way you could follow, right? So now before we do that, let's go to the next one, which is going to be the pocket itself. So now on the fabric, all you have to do is basically simple. Take out your interfacing and simply gum it to the fabric and fold the edge. You can see I'm going to go ahead and iron this and fold the edge for our pocket entrance, right? So I'm going to iron this, fold the edge for the pocket entrance, then we can embed it inside the pocket hole. So let me go ahead and iron this and show you guys the next one. You can see after ironing, I already covered the pocket entrance. You can see what that look like. It's very, very simple. You see that? So once we get that, the next thing we're going to do now is simple. Just take this to the ironing table. If you want to leave your pocket without the ankle design, like without the buckle, I mean the buckle, not ankle. Without the buckle, this is where you're going to stop it. All you have to do is just to simply place this right here. Make sure the pocket is exactly in the angle it's supposed to be. You're going to run a stitch and make sure there's an opening for the edge. Make sure that upper did not cover it entirely. So I'm going to open this notch. You can see that. Just open it up. You can see that. Just open it. Does not affect the thing. Does not affect anything. And from that gaiters that we have, that's where you're going to stitch together. We're still going to go to the sewing machine to do this together. So just follow along. You can see. So all you have to do is just to take this to the sewing machine and stitch it all round. Take it like this. You can see. Just stitch it all around the edges. But here I'm going to use an hemming gum first. I'm just going to take it to the ironing table and use the gum to hold it first, because we are still going to do the buckle design. So first, just put your gum here, put your gum there, and simply iron it down. Then after ironing it, this is what we are going to be having. It's supposed to like hold together, hold back together, and we're going to be inserting our buckle before we do the final covering. So let me go ahead and do that. I believe you're following it. If you have any question, simply drop it below. I'll be there to answer you guys. as soon as I say it. So let me gum it, and after gumming, this is what I'm going to be having. The pocket is right here. You can see it's all together with the, you can see, and if I open the front, you can see, you can still see the table. So now, if you want to leave this place without doing the buckle design, you can simply just place a fabric on top of here and simply run a full normal stitch, right? Just cut a fabric that cover the entire pocket area, just like this. You can see fabric that cover the entire area. Just place it at the back of the pocket, just like this. And now you're going to run a full stitch together with the up. You're going to run a full stitch together with the up all the way around. That is if you are not, so it's like we are doing two pocket design here. If you're not using the buckle design, this is exactly how you're going to do it. But if you're using the buckle design, just stay along and follow along as we go with it. You see what I have here? So if I do it like that, if I open this up, what you're going to see inside is going to be the fabric inside for the pocket entrance. You see that? Basically, very simple. But so far, we're still going to do our buckle design. So in order to do that, I'm going to cut an interfacing and a piece of fabric that we're going to use. So first, all you have to know is to know the size of interfacing you're going to cut. But first, all you have to understand is that the interfacing has to be able to go through the buckle. So you're going to measure the buckle first. The interfacing I have here is 1 inch wideness. See that? 1 inch wideness. And I make a pointy edge under the interfacing, that arrow edge for the interfacing, and this is the fabric. So if you look at we are going to gum this to the fabric actually. We're going to gum this to the fabric and do the folding and every other thing. I already did several videos on how to do this, so I'm just going to go ahead and gum it and show you guys what that's going to look like. And on the buckle, all you have to know is that measure the buckle and make sure the interfacing you cut can go through the buckle. The buckle opening is 1 inch also. You see that? 1 inch. So the interfacing I cut is 1 inch. So it will easily go inside of the buckle and come out without any stress. That's the most important part. You see that? So let me go ahead and do the ironing, and we can do the embedding as we proceed. If you're enjoying the video so far, make sure you smash the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel. So this is what this is going to look like, just a straight up embedding. So now the next thing is to simply cut out. So just measure exactly how long you want it to be. From here, I'm going to cut this. You can see. So the remaining one, I'm going to use it for the buckle. Sorry, I had to balance the camera. So from here, just place the buckle just like this. Use it to cover here. You see that? So once that is done, I'll take this to the sewing machine and I'm going to sew that buckle to hold down the underneath one. You can see that? So I'm just going to take this sewing table and just lock that place up. See? I'm going to cut out this side. You see that? So after cutting that part out, I can simply open this. And as I told you guys before, I use only gum to hold the pockets down first. I use only gum, so I can simply put this inside of the pocket area. See that? You can see that. Then I can simply put this in it. So let me go ahead and do the stitch. Then we can just do the sewing together. We're going to do the sewing together on the sewing machine. So just pay good attention. Just here, like this. And this one goes to the top. You see, it's as simple as A, B, and C. So let me go ahead and stitch this part first. So after stitching, you see, just place this together here. Like this backward, just like that. You see that? Then we're going to pull this here and simply pull the upper one also under here, just like that. So let's go to the sewing machine and do the full stitching now, step by step. Let's go to the sewing machine. You can see our pocket is almost ready. It's simple, and if you enjoyed the video so far, smash the like button and let's go to the sewing machine and do the final closing. So we're going to close this together with the back cover, the entire pocket cover, all the way round. So here on the sewing machine right here, all you have to do is just to, this our panel, this our fronts, and this is the cover. I'm just going to place the cover just right here. You see that? I'm going to just place this like this. Just make sure you get the center point where the pocket is going to be. You can see that. And I'm going to put the arrow design just under here. Make sure that is exactly in the center part of the pocket. You see that? Make sure you balance that side out and everywhere is balanced, just like here. I'm going to lift this one up. From this angle, I'm going to start my stitch. You can see from here I'm going to start my stitch. Make sure you balance this side out. That's very important though. Balance the side out. Simply run your stitch all the way straight. You can see just like that, together with the notch, just like this. Really simple, right? So once you get here, turn it like this. You can see what we're having in the front. You can see, and you can see our pocket is still open. So here, just lift this side also up. You can see what I'm doing. Just lift that side up also. You can see that. Simply run the stitch like this. You can see that. All the way down, just like that. From here, you're going to put this inside. Make sure it is balanced as well. Just from here, you can see. Take your time and make sure each sides are balanced. Or you can just first and foremost use your gum to hold those parts down first. Take it to the ironing table, use your gum it to the parts before you continue the stitching, so you won't have to like keep trying to like balance everything up. So just hold it down and do your second stitch just like this. You can see, balance it up. Simply run the stitch. You see that? So I'm just going to speed this side up so we can continue with the ironing. So all you just have to do is just like do the all round stitch. You can just see me here exactly like this. Just lock everything up. You see what I have? So after, we're just going to take this to the ironing table. You have a steam iron, but currently I'm using generator, so I don't want to use my steam iron with chain. It is too heavy for the chain. I don't even know what's wrong with my iron lately. It's just doing something else. Just take your time to iron it actually. Just take your time to iron it. I think my generator is starting to get weak, so it cannot carry my steam iron. Because I recently, you can see here. So here, you just have to take your time to make sure all of those edges are as balanced as possible. So after, this is what we are going to be having finally. Finally. See what we have. And at the back, all you have to do is just to trim out the entire pocket. Then you can do the weaving and simply do the fin. That is all. That is the entire all of the process of doing this pocket design. If you like it, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are yet to subscribe to the channel. If I remove the buckle, just right here, you can see my pocket is still accessible. You can still put something inside. That is all about this tutorial. If you like the video, I said earlier, smash the like button and do subscribe to the channel. That's about it. And I especially choose the two video on the screen for you guys to watch next. I will choose the video for you to watch next, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.